Hello everybody, this is Cerebral from welcome to another Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. We are singing the Ultros League Season 5 Potion A Week 8. That is the final week of the Worlds Collide Ultros League Series season. I am Cerebral again, and I am joined in the booth by Joker Mage. You're pulling double duty tonight, bud.
Oh, yes. I'm going to also be tracking, and thanks for having me along. This is, of course, Ultras League Season 5. So just like we've seen for the past 2 months, we're going to need 6 characters and 9 espers to go into that final fight. There's going to be expensive ultimas if you want them, but we also, more importantly, have a very useful, very highly weaponized Kefka's Tower skip over the last 2 months, where you can get to the statue portion of that fight just with 21 checks, which can be very helpful and has been, like I said, it's been highly weaponized by some of our runners.
Yeah, I think that's probably been one of the biggest changes from Season 4 to Season 5, has been that 21 check shortcut, which has been amazing. I've used it several times in my runs, I know that, and it's definitely cut into the times, and times are a lot faster than they have been in the past.
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to be on comms for several great races throughout the last couple of months, and a lot of them you just see someone doing some really crazy stuff, suddenly get KT skip, and now they're ahead.
Yeah, definitely. And before we get into tonight's action, we also want to remind people that later on tonight, right after this stream, around 10 p.m. Eastern, we got another Ultros League Season 5 race. It is Tonic A, following the Potion A. Again, Joker Mage will be doing that on comms with the Schwans. Schwans will be on the restream for that as well.
Yeah, and I believe Fly Eagles Fly may be my co-commentator for that.
Ooh, yay! Late edition. Loving that. So once again, please stay tuned. Stay right here. We'll be switching out to the other match as soon as this one completes. And again, this match is the Ultros League Season 5 Potion A Week 8 with Chalks Up, Nobody War, and Ceiling Cat. Let's see what they got in the standings, shall we? So right now we have Honey and Off Coughlin. They are at the top of the table. They will be already moving on to Elixir 6. All the mathematicals you put into play that is impossible for any of the rest of the runners in this division to overtake them. So they are automatically moving into Elixir Season 6. Those are some big names, by the way.
And meanwhile, the 3 runners we have are right there in the middle. So why don't you tell us what's really at stake for them?
Okay, so what we do know is that Chadius has already run. He's at the 13 points there. Basically, Chadius has to finish 3rd or better than Ceiling Cat, which will prevent them from going into the Tonic division. Top 2 move on to Elixir, bottom 2 moves down to Tonic. Chalks Up just basically has to post a finish. Nobody War has to just basically post a finish. But Ceiling Cat, they have to do about basically 4th or better. And that will guarantee them into the next season as a stand-up potion.
And so far, it does look like for some of them it has been fairly close in a couple cases. Like Nobody War and Chucks will only have 2 points apart. Ceiling Cat and Chadius only 2 points apart. So there are some very comparable runners in this group.
Oh yeah, Ceiling Cat's been around for, I think, the longest of everybody in this group. I think she's been around since the beginning. And also Ceiling Cat, shout out to her. She is our best tracker of the community. I love it when she's on tracking. She never misses a beat, gives us a spreadsheet as well, so I love her to death for that.
You're intimidating me here since I'm also on tracking right now.
Yeah, Ceiling Cat goes above and beyond, so I do appreciate that from her. So let's get in the match, shall we? Alright, once again, we only have 3 runners today here for this contest. And let's see what action we can get into.
In the magenta corner, Nobody War in the green corner, and Ceiling Cat in the leopard print corner, I guess.
The leopard cat print there. I'm going to give a crowd 1 minute to the race here. They're already rated up, so I'm just holding the flag for them right now. So basically, like Joker Mage said, we're looking for 6 characters, 9 espers. The dragons don't matter, but we're going to keep counting on them because they do count towards the number of total checks you do in this race.
And we
We
just
also,
appreciate anyone who's going to hunt down dragons. It's appreciated.
yes, definitely. And again, we're looking for that 21 checks for that shortcut. It's not the only way to get a shortcut. You can get 9 characters or 12 espers or 21 checks. 21 checks have been the most popular way to get into the shortcut, but it's not the only way to get into the shortcut.
Yeah, I think I recently saw an exhibition, or it was actually comms on an exhibition match, where one of the players did indeed manage to get the 12 Esper skip and use that to, catch up to the others.
More certainly, 10-second warning here for our runners. There'll be a little bit of a delay from that 10-second warning, but we'll be off and running like a thundering herd of basset hounds here in just a second.
And I'm imagining we're going to see some fairly standard openings.
You never know. I mean, there's some extra paths I've noticed that have been better than others, but we shall see. Looks like we got in the party a Strago, a Edgar, and a Celeste. Oh, sorry, not Celeste. A Cyan, rather. My bad. Looks like Chalks Up is a little bit behind.
Yeah, it looks like it's a fairly standard. This is a pretty decent starting party from where I would consider. You got a lot of stuff opening up. I mean, there's no Terror to start with, which is unfortunate, but there's plenty to do, plenty to see.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. And with this kind of start, we're looking at Strago has a bit of an early leveling advantage that he can use with the Burning House. Not a great one. We also have Cyan, who has a good series of checks with the Dream. He also has a Dragon option with his Mount Zozo. But most importantly, we have Edgar. Edgar, moving him to the top of the party like Ceiling Cat just did. That gives going to give you the double check discounts there in the castle there in Figaro. But his checks, he's got that free check that Cat just did. I missed what it was.
It was a Valiant knife.
Ooh, VK knife. Let's see if anybody can use that. That's a big, powerful weapon to have, especially if you can find an offering later on. And again, with Edgar there for checks, not the greatest ones after that, though, however. So we're probably going to be looking at either random battles or Strago in the Burning House as our first, real check.
In the meantime, we do see that it is fairly standard opening by looting South Figaro. Ceiling Cat's really the only one who diverged by going ahead for Edgar's free check first.
Yeah, scaling for the Worlds Collide, for the Ultros League, the scaling is not too bad. You can get away with getting 1 or 2 free checks at the beginning. Really, 2 free checks is all you really want to do if you get rewarded for it. Ceiling Cat getting that Valiant Knife actually doesn't count towards that scaling, so that's a good thing for her. But it does also give her a powerful weapon that hopefully one of these cats will be able to wield. That Suit's not too bad.
And while they're all in South Figaro now, I think Ceiling Cat is the only one who's in World of Ruin South Figaro.
Yep, and also Ceiling Cat's the only one with Edgar at the top of the party, so these earrings are going to be coming at a half discount for 2,400 versus everybody else who's going to be paying about almost 5,000 gold for those. So hopefully they'll switch to Edgar to the top of the party.
Yeah, the main free check is Celeste's free check. Celeste isn't in the party yet, so we won't be seeing that just yet. But I imagine if Celeste is an early pickup, then we might see them come back.
Also, want to give a quick shout out to Retrophile TV with a 29 crew raid right at the beginning of the race. Appreciate that. Also, by the way, Chadius, who also is in this group, has already run their race. They said that there is an Akish sealed in the Returner's hideout, and also Catfoot found by Chalks Up in South Figaro.
That looks like a Mega Elixir in one of those chests there.
Ooh. Okay, so that's a good thing. We don't have to fight Magi Master there for the counter to Fallen One we'll see at the very end of the race. Now, I think I'm one of the only few people in the community that actually runs the South Figaro in reverse. Okay, Nobody Where is putting that Edgar right at the top of the party. That's great. But I think I'm the only one in the community that actually runs this backwards. I do World of Ruin. I run South Figaro backwards. Mostly because... Ooh, I think that was a Minerva there.
Well, Ceiling Cat is currently doing that, because I'm pretty sure Ceiling Cat is in World of Ruin, South Figaro.
Yeah, but she's actually running it forwards, not reverse. Like, where Strago is there, that's where I enter the basement, and then I run through
I
it
see.
backwards. Because I do it that way because sorry, that was Marriage Vest. Thank you very much. I run it backwards because that way I get all the loot before I hit the weapon shop and armor shop, and I can always hit the relic shop on the way out. So I actually have more items, more gold in my coffers that I can use to try to buy better gear. That is World Ruin, or is it World of Bounce? That's World of Bounce. So there's not an Esper for Thief. So this is just going to be a free item. Not too bad of a cost, but it is only a free item. A Steely Cat, taking that save in the South Figaro, that's going to allow her to do some of these early battles. This is the other thing I mentioned you could do. Instead of doing the Burning House, I'm going to start with the front row. I'm guessing that they're able to use a Valiant Knife, and that is true.
Yeah, and neither Chuck's Up and Nobody War, neither of them want to take that $26,000 free item.
That's too bad. Maybe they don't have anything they really want to part with, because Marriage Vest, Genji Shield, Aegis Shield, kind of good gear you really don't want to part with. But then again, it could be, hey, that could be an Illumina. You never know, hiding there for only 22,000. It's worth if it's that.
It could also be they want to just see if they'll get a discount by going to World of Ruin at some point.
Ooh, Fortress, this is going to be a difficult fight for Kat. I don't know if she wants to bail on this or not.
Okay, Chuck's Up is going back to South Fargo, but this time doing the World of Ruin checks.
And is going to make that switch for the Edgar discount.
Nobody War is doing Dome of Defense.
All right, we'll see if this is a character off the back. This is possibly could be a character here. And it is not a character. They're not even going to check to see if it's an Esper. Wow, they're just going to bail on it.
It's possible that Nobody War is trying to just go deep into and get all 6 characters first, and then just go back and go check for Espers afterwards.
That is true, but Nobody War is also going to go to the throne room like Steely Cat is going to find that VK4 Strago. Yeah, I girls agree with the Rooster here in the chat. I would have at least checked the boss to see if that was even worth even fighting, you know. Because, no, it could be a spicy chicken or a goddess or something, so that would be definitely avoidable. Or it could just be a vanilla leader, you never know. Big fight gain there for Ceiling Cat. That's going to give her pretty much enough experience to really get into a boss fight as she likes. Yep, she's slapping that Moogle Charm right on.
And she's up at level 9, it looks like, for her characters now.
Wow, so Cyan, not normally a spellcaster, does have natural magic for their randomizability, was able to equip an enhancer, so that's going to help them out quite a bit.
And looks like Chuck's Up is going to be the third one to go ahead and check the throne room.
Yep, a little bit of a further trip from that position, but maybe they'll go back to the South Figaro Cave and do some leveling there. South Figaro Cave, World of Bounce is another good place you could do some leveling because it's right next to a spring. So you do a couple of fights, use the spring to keep healing up without having to waste your potions and like that to keep it going. So.
And in general, we do have pretty much parity amongst all 3 right now, except for I think Ceiling Cat's the only one who's actually gotten some levels, and Nobody War has a bit more information about that Dome of Defense fight.
Yep. So just a little bit. I mean, he has that it's not a character. I mean, that's the only information there is, so not really much to go by. Atlas Armlet there would be nice for that VK user. Is going to pass on it, though. Still some pretty decent items I'm seeing with a Force Armor there, too.
Nobody War is headed to Thamasa, maybe a Burning House check.
Yeah, but he's going to head the woods into some were-rats. That's probably one of the easiest fights you can have in the game. Probably one of the first. That's really the first enemies you really fight after the prologue of the Magitech armor, so not too bad. But I imagine that he is probably going to go to a Burning House. He's going to pick up at least 1 level off that. Cat with a little loot and go. Okay,
Those
Viridians
are
are going to be a little
Lordans.
difficult, yeah. I also
If
saw
he
Blitz.
Now, if he can beat them, that adds them to rage. So if he finds a rage user, that gives them the Lurdan rage, which includes landslide.
That'd be really good. Also, Cyan with Magitech and Natural Magic, he's channeling his inner Terra there. So Cyan's going to be all in on Magic, which not normally you would do on him, but you pretty much have to go with it.
And it looks like Ceiling Cat is going to check out Dome of Defense as well.
Okay. Might stick around and see what this boss actually is. Also, with the Valiant Knife, Blitz on Strago, it's okay, but he has the Valiant Knife, so probably going to see that more. And oh, goodness gracious, that then just chalks up. Get out, get out, get out. There you go.
That was not a fight you want to level off of, probably.
No. Now, interesting thing with Leader, you can fight the Solar Soldiers to the sides of the fight there, and you can actually get those levels off that way. Guardian, not... It could be difficult. Can be okay, though. It's going to be just a chunky health boss here, though.
The only scaling is the initial 3 characters at this point, though.
Yeah, and they have no checks, so yeah, so it's only at level 9, so it's not horrible. Just going to be kind of chunky. Does have Bolt Bean, is using the VK. She's got a couple per rods to break. Brachiosaurs on Shoxa. Brontosaurs, okay. That's going to give a huge amount of XP and gold.
Nobody War is now looting Thamasa, and I'm assuming we'll see him go into the inn at some point.
Most definitely, definitely. Fixed dice. There you go.
It's fine. That is a very nice find. And there's the inn.
And that's a dead Guardian.
Good job there.
So we'll see what this reward is that was peaked by Nobia War. I guess it was better off not taking the fight, because we still would have backed up, I would assume. Another big money gain here. Oh, jeez. Still another dead check. Behemoth Suit. Actually, Behemoth Suit's actually great because Strago's a natural aware of that. And the Behemoth Suit gives him +6 strength for that VK knife. So that's actually not a bad find.
Cat is immediately beelining for Thamasa as well. That was Slam Dance Harvester as one of the enemies in the burning house.
Ooh, but Sky Armor Spitfire is not a fight you want to see. They can muddle and insta-kill your team, so you got to be very careful with this fight.
Chuck's up, taking advantage of that refresh pond.
Oh no, controlled and okay. Well, Bolt Beam's actually going to take out these fights immediately. That's great at magic power there on Cyan. Chuck's up outside the cave, yeah. Okay, that's another easy fight though. Chuck's up not equipping the Valiant Knife. He's going to stick with the Strago with the Blitz instead.
I imagine Cat is also going to end up finding those fixed dice shortly.
Okay, Chede says that Strago can wear the Behemoth Suit, but he can also wear a Minerva. So, but over those two, I would still put the Behemoth Suit on him. Because you want him to have lower health. You want him to take a little bit of damage. So the Minerva would be better served on somebody else with later on, so in my opinion, because Behemoth Suit gives us extra strength. So
and Cat is entering the burning house.
Okay, still no progression though, so even though we've gotten all these fights in, we're still only fighting level 9 enemies here. So
and with that Guardian fight already under her belt, I imagine Cat's has some pretty decent levels right now.
Yeah, she's probably going to be way ahead of Nobody War here on that respect. But Nobody War is doing some pretty decent damage with Cyan, so we'll see. Ooh, that diffuser's going to hurt a bit, though. Okay, not too bad.
Yeah, it looks like Strago is the one taking the most punishment on Nobody Wars team right now.
But that's fine because she's got the VK. The lower the health they have, the more damage they're going to deal with that knife. He's like, come and hit me. Plus, he's got a Mirage Vest on, which is Mirage Vest, so that's kind of interesting.
Chuck's up is headed back to Narsh.
Okay, I guess maybe you do some more looting. There really isn't much up here other than Kefka and Narsh. Way too early to check for that, so probably just still looting.
Yeah, he doesn't have any of the 4 characters that have any checks here, so it would just be Kefka and Narsh.
Yeah, I imagine it's just be looting here. Everybody else, well, the other 2 did already loot. Narsh, believe. Oh!
That's a nice find.
Okay, well, actually, I take that back. Neither one of them went here. So, experience A, huge. Slap that on Strago.
Since Straga's the VK and going to be doing physical, that's why you would want the levels.
Yeah, you want that level differentiation between them and the thing they're attacking. So, I'll grab a rename card. Always grab a rename card. You never know what it's going to turn into in the Coliseum. You could have a renamed cards for Illuminous for all you know. Okay, find the earrings, but they're cheaper in South Figaro. So.
Okay, the boss of Burning House is Ifrit Shiva.
Well, I guess Infrared's burning down the house, because, fire using. We do have Ice Beam, but no other spells because we haven't got any Espers yet, so.
This should still be level 9, though, so it shouldn't have, unless there's something I'm missing. No, yeah, that was a very easy fight.
Yeah, they're only still level 9. We'll see what this reward is. Kind of hoping for Espers right now, because I would want to see an Esper before going to the Zozo Cave, although a character would be fine too here. It is a character. Probably going to do Dream after this, I would assume, because that's going to be guaranteed hopefully 2 Espers off that. Go-Go, once again, see, it makes an appearance in a run.
Go-Go does open 1 check and a few treasure boxes, but that's about it. A useful utility character, but the stats aren't great for the long term, as I understand it.
Yeah, the stats aren't good for long term unless you can have a lot of breakables, and he can copy those breakable casts to do a lot of damage in the early game. Blitz Go-Go is not great because the stats aren't that good, even if you equip double earrings on them. Also Experience Egg on Strago will also be able to unlock Bum Rush faster. So that also is another possibility here too. We have that option, but that only Chalks Up has that option right now. Go-Go cannot use Shock. Shock is not a natural ability they can equip. Neither is the Magitech Armor, so the really only one they can really use is just the Blitz command. Silicat getting through that fight a lot faster than Nobby War, showing off the extra levels that she has.
And Chucks Up is also doing defense now. We'll see if he decides to stay with it after seeing Guardian.
You almost have to at this point. You were 17 minutes in with no rewards, no progression, so.
And I think this is going to be Edgar's underground checks going now for Nobody War side.
Yep, that is. One thing I would have done, though, with getting Go-Go in the party, you kick out everybody in the party except your Moogle Charm user immediately there to save time on menuing later and just go straight to Go-Go's check. Because that way you can set up the party to have that one person to get the engulf with that Moogle Charm user and run through to go get that check done immediately without having to do extra menuing. So, just a little tip there. If you get Go-Go in your party and you know you want to go there, do it immediately. And this is what I was talking about, Ceiling Cat, going to that Dream check. This is going to give her possibly 2, if not 3 Espers that everybody desperately needs her at this point.
I mean, I don't hate Nobody Wars play either. The underground is not terribly long and it has plenty of stuff for it. There's a dragon here if you need some extra levels. But yeah, I do feel like Dream is usually like a really solid play.
Well, Dream is the better play because, yes, you do have that dragon underneath, but the dragon, the biggest thing about dragons is not just the experience. It's also the magic points that you get from that, the 50, which will automatically learn all those Espers that you just gotten, which you would have gotten from Dream. So now you can have all your characters in your party learn every single spell off the Esper, unless it's a ×1, and your power just increased by not just experience, but also the ability, the skills, and spells that you could have as well. Which is why, personally, I hold off on that, getting that dragon done as fixed dice on Go-Go. Okay.
Yeah, and we do have Kefka at the underground tying up the engines for the Figaro Castle.
Not just setting on a fire, but also not putting in knots.
Chuck's up going to World of Ruin as well.
Yep, so they're going to do the dream before getting Go-Go, so that's fine. So we're going to see them going as this Senior Behemoth. Not a bad fight. Weak to fire, also weak to Pearl in the second stage. Now, in the Ultros League style, you cannot instantly kill him on the second stage. You could do that with like Revivify or X-Zone or something like that, but on Ultros League, you cannot instant kill a boss that way, except for Narapa. But
the Figaro basement check was just an Aura Lance.
Yeah, so even worse. Equipable by Edgar, but not helpful unless you could have had a Dragon Horn or Dragon Boots for Edgar to turn into that natural Dragoon he can turn into the late game in vanilla. Not great.
That's our first Magicite is Shote from the Stooges fight in Dream.
All right, that is an A tier Esper for the tier 1 of Kefka Towers, so we do like seeing that. She's not going to bother equipping it yet because we're going to wait until we get to the point where we want to save and heal up. That's good management of not over menuing, so good job on her.
Okay, and Nobody War is going through the Ancient Castle.
Yep, Ancient Castle, that's the one you mentioned about getting the dragon. The one benefit you could get from this is there is 2 monster in the boxes that you could get the offering out of. I believe this is naturally where it's located anyways, but in vanilla. But that would be an option to put onto your Strago, or, well, technically Go-Go, but it is a little slower, though, for the fixed dice.
Chuck's Up has not done the Burning House, so does not have Go-Go yet. It's still only on 3 characters.
I'm sorry, that's right. Behemoth can be X-Zone, you just can't. That's right. You just can't revivify him to death. Okay, so that is an imp, which means that this could be double, if not triple Espers for Cat.
Yeah,
and that would be huge.
We do see Katana Soul on Nobu War's side.
Hey! Okay, so there's that offering. That's going to put him back on track. Unfortunately, you can't control him. He does have Muddle. So this should be amazing with the natural magic from Cyan able to muddle. That's amazing.
Chuck's Up has just gone through SR Behemoth, will now be getting Shote.
So at this point, you're just waiting for him to, Slayer Edge himself, which he does and dies. So that's the perfect way of doing this fight. Probably the easiest way.
Ceiling Cat is getting ready for the Rexol fight now.
Fire 1, Ice 1, I think it was. That's a horrible Esper.
Good I didn't for see later if there was use, any but... stats on it, though.
Yeah, well, it's something, I guess.
And it's one less Esper to find.
Dual hunt can be a little tricky. That is a dead Go-Go, but it's going to take a bit for this fight because Dual is a bit chunky, plus the heal himself, so extends the HP a little bit more, too, on top of that. Oh, no! Nobody gets the fight before getting the check down, and it's a red dragon, too. Oh, no. Would have liked to get the check done before hitting the dragon, so that the better character, Esper, could have been put on the party to learn that immediately, but that is not going to be the case. Did Dual
Guys, the Dual
Yeah, Cat is definitely running ahead, I believe, in power. And now, if she can get 2 Espers off this, she is off to the races. Also, Gogo dead
Nobody,
for both of those fights is not going to help the levels on Gogo to keep him in the party.
and Nobody War did get through that. That was Bahamut the Esper. Nobody War did get through the dragon.
Amazing. Thunder Shield, okay. Whoop, taking the long way around for Silly Cat, that's fine. Magicite Manduin, okay. Offering for free for Silly Cat, so that means she doesn't even have to look for the Katana Soul now.
I didn't see what the Awake Esper was, but
The what one, sorry?
well, Esper Cat just got.
Oh, it was Bahamut.
I thought that
Bahamut
was-
Esper into Offering. That was amazing. So now she has a Esper that she can cast on her turn with 100% HP. Perfect for Strago to use that for the VKU. She's slapping them on him right now. With the Offering, so Strago is unbelievable at this point. If she can find that Experience Egg in Narsh, woo! Okay, we're just taking a peek. We're just going to take a peek at Magi's tower. She could do it if she had Berserk and could Berserk Strago. That is a way to do it, but she doesn't. And this is the play I was talking about. Dream into Mount Zozo, get the dragon on the way, learn all those spells and stats, right immediately characters after getting those Espers. Espers didn't have great spells, but it is going to help you scaling up even faster. At least your character's output.
Yeah. So Chucksup's also through Double Hand will get the Bahamut Esper.
Yep, and the Offering too, which he does. I don't know if he has his VK equipped though. Looks like he's taking a short break though. Problem is with live races. Well, the thing is about async races, you can stop if you need to like take care of something around your house or something immediately. But on live streams, it's don't really have that luxury, unfortunately.
So Cat's going to take on a dragon, it looks like. That's Blue Dragon, weak against lightning, I believe.
Okay, so Bluey, we still got the Bolt Beam. We're fine with that. We can cast Bahamut. We can actually cast Bahamut and mimic Bahamut cast. That would be really awesome. Chalks up gets that Offering. Yay, dead Bluey. The dog is in the house in the chat. What up, Blue? Also, shout out to 53 viewers. Appreciate that.
Now, if my math is right, Cat is currently on 7 out of 21 checks.
Let's see. Chalks. Oh, Chalks is using the old tracker. So he's on 2 checks right now. Nobody War is using this tracker. He's got 5 checks right now. And
Cat reset the Mount Zozo.
Setting.
It was an item.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you're there. You might as well just take the item unless you didn't want to watch the film. She's at 6 checks according to her, on her tracker. She's at 6.
I think she reset out of the dragon fight.
Oh no. She lost the dragon too?
Yeah, it's because she didn't save after the dragon, I think.
Oh, no. Well, okay. Well, Chatty says it was Ice Shield. Not a horrible loss, but did lose some of those, spell gains, though.
Okay.
Did lose her audio, so I'm going to switch audio here. Sorry, guys. We'll stand by.
Yeah, Nobody War is doing Doma Dream now, and Chucks Up is going underground. And Cat is also going underground. So they're kind of crossing the paths that were taken by the other ones previously.
Okay, a little crisscross applesauce. But I mean, that's going to happen since we haven't... The only other option really is Go-Go. So, I mean, that's our option.
Correct.
So Go-Go is going to be... Or Kefka-like. Could still
Ebbets
speak
Rock.
Kefka and Nars too, which would be rough. But right now, Go-Go would be the play. And that's, again, when you got Go-Go immediately, take over any party, have that one Moogle charm person, go immediately there with that one character, and that could have been another character for whoever that was. Ice Shield does hurt a little bit because I would have given her a little bit of power for the late game, but... Easy fight for Cat here, though. So Chalks Up has the combo of the Experience Egg with the Offering and the VK for their Strago, and he also has that 100% HP Esper as well. I don't know if you put it on Strago, but they have the actual full combo available where the other two do not. So see if Chalks Up can catch up a little bit on the speed here for doing that little extra scouting. While we got a quick moment, I want to remind everybody to please make sure to stick around for later on tonight, as we do have another Ultros League Season 5 match. We have Tonic A week number 8. It will start at approximately 10 p.m. or whenever we get off the air with this run. Once again, please stick around at the end of the race as soon as we get this run done. And Schwanz is going to be redoing that, so as soon as Schwanz is also done on Speed Gamers, he'll come on over here and start that race up for you all. So stick around. Once again, we're getting that Orlance reward. Not much of a reward there for Sailing Counter Chalks Up. They're kind of holding hands right now. Nobody War is going to go through the Dream right now. That will give them the Bahamut Esper and the second offering, because they already have the offering to go with their Katana Soul. So technically you could have Go-Go Fixed Dice offering. It's a little slow, but could get them a little bit back in the fight here.
Yeah, I'm just keeping track of some stuff. But...
Right. Yeah, tracking. Yeah, he's got tracking. I'm doing restreaming. We're multitasking both. So, because we actually have another race going on right now, like I said, on Speed Gaming right now. So we have side-by-side racing here. So,
I mean, admittedly, right now they are just covering tracks made by the other players. So there's not going to be anything new until someone, I don't know, checks out Ebbets Rock or Kefka and Narsh or Go-Go. And Chucks Up,
yeah, we have Ebbets Rock.
Chucks Up hasn't even checked out Burning House yet, so doesn't have that Go-Go knowledge.
No, but Ebbets Rock at this point would be better than Burning House, because Burning House you want to use for the early leveling, but he already did that. So I would say that probably at this point, since he doesn't have the Go-Go, they're probably going to go to Ebbets Rock. Ceiling Cat probably going to go to Lonely Island. No, not Lonely Island. Triangle Island.
So Chucks Up's going after a second offering at this point.
Yep. Ooh, okay. And also Hyper Risk there for Cat. That'll help their Strago even more. More
Cat
power.
dodges the dragon.
And is going to get an Esper for their reward, so that will immediately be put on somebody. Let's see if it's any good. Break, Vanish. Okay. Not great spells, because we already have Show, but okay. But does allow us to not have to equip Show when we fight Final Kefka, as that's a Katana Soul down for Chalks Up. I want to remind everybody that offerings do not stack. Yes, it makes you attack 4 times. But in order to attack 8 times, you need to have a Genji Glove to pair with it with a second weapon, so... So really, that offering is only going to be good for the fixed dice, which is going to make this really slow. Or if we can find an Atma weapon, that'll be really nice.
Those behemoths to ribbon in the upper chests.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That dragon is down.
All right. Chalk's up, waiting for the driver to go by. He's going to get the slip through. And that's what I was talking about. Getting that Esper, getting that Dragon afterwards, learning all those spells immediately so you can move it to somebody else. So, awesome move on Cat there.
Also doing the Dragon. Nobody Wars checking the throne, and Cat is already done with the Underground. That's
very, very nice. So with all these extra dead checks, we are probably going to be seeing that 21 check shortcut. So in other words, we want to get to at least 18 checks, so that way we can pull off the shortcut in Kefka's tower. We really want to hit 19. 18 is fine because we go to Opera House for that dragon, and that'll ramp up the rest of the levels they need, because we're probably going to see easily level 40s, especially with the experience egg for Chalks up here. Definitely going to see a bum rush maybe, as Nobody Worry is going to go for the tower. Okay, not a character, so bit of a risk here.
Yeah, it's kind of an odd choice to go for tower, but not dome of defense.
Chalks up, you got a fan. McSpliffy, McGaming. Yeah, but that is, again, like you said too, like this is an odd play. It does count as 2 checks though. So it does go to that 21 check mindset that we were just talking about.
And if he takes a dragon, that's a 3rd check.
As a 3rd check. So this could be 3 checks in one here. He is going to go in the dragon room. He is going to take the dragon, so he is going to go for possibly 3 checks out of this. That'll get him to 11.
That's a gold dragon.
Okay, gold dragon is not horrible either.
You get magic here, though.
Yeah, only use magic, which means Magitech is off the table. Doesn't have he does have Berserk. Struggling cast on himself. Oh, but he missed it. I thought I had Berserk. Wait, I'm confused. I thought I saw Berserk. Maybe it was Break. So Sailing Cat is going to go to that Berserk anyways. Oh, that's a backup for Nobody War, seeing that he doesn't have the offense for this fight. I mean, all he really has is a Bahamut Esper. Really, all you could do there was, if he had Berserk, cast it on Strago to make him just attack 4 times and have that attack command. The only other thing you could have done was cast Bahamut and mimic it on Gogo and just keep mimicking on Gogo like he just had a breakable. That was really the only other way to get through that fight. So,
and I apologize if I'm quiet. I'm just trying to go through the actual streams to just verify my check numbers.
Yeah, that is an extra thing we have to keep track of with this new season for restreaming. That is a thing now, so. Noted we're doing some shopping before going into Abbott's Rock.
Unfortunately, the tracker checkups he's using doesn't show exact counts.
Yeah, he's on the old old version of the tracker from Emo Tracking.
Nobody War is also in Abbott's Rock. Meanwhile, Sealing Cat is fighting Discount Magimaster.
Okay, so Magi Jr., not too bad here. Unfortunately for Edgar, he's kind of starting to wear out his welcome mat here. So if I'm Cat, I'm thinking Edgar's probably going to do the next one out of the party, unless we could find a decent weapon for him to use, Illumina, Ragnarok, something like that.
So at this point, do you prefer Gogo's check or Kefka and Narsh?
Oh, definitely Gogo's, because it's faster for 1, and 2, I don't want to deal with running all the way up Narsh, dodging the enemies, taking the fight, going back down Narsh. It's just so tedious. Plus Gogo's a lot faster to jump in, jump out. Yes, you do have to go across the bridge trolls.
I was going to say it'd be worth it if you had like Terra and Mog in your parties to just do their checks as well.
Yeah, Narsh can be a power play if you do have Terra and Mogs, even with locking like that, but yeah.
Unfortunately, I did miss what Cat got from that. According to her tracker, it was another Esper, though. Chucks Up is sitting through the cutscene for whatever item that is, and we do have Ceiling Cat going after the Go-Go check. Nobody War is currently fighting Magi Master Jr., and there is the Engulf.
Yep, so that was what I was talking about earlier about having that one party, and just it's so much faster than engulfing the entire party. Just go in one, because you're going to have Moogle Charm, you're not going to get any fights or anything, there's no bosses down here, so you don't have to worry about that.
And given how the randomizer works, I believe like there's a higher chance for characters to be behind the more recently found characters. So
yeah,
it probably was going to be behind Go-Go for a while.
Yeah, but with it only being one check, it still makes it kind of... It could be still 50-50, really. Oh, lands right on top of the troll! Ooh, Hero Ring. That's pretty good. Now I just need Illumina.
Yeah, Nobody War is through the Ebbets Rock fight. That is Crusader for the Magicite.
Okay, it looks like Chalks Up's taking the Wall of Shame, does not have... A Walk of Shame, does not have a Warp Stone. What was the reward? It was an item, but Cat didn't take it.
I believe it was said that was an Ice Shield.
Okay, not bad. No, Ice Shield was on the dragon. She never looked at the item unless it was also another Ice Shield.
I mean, it was definitely an item. We saw that much.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so his cat's gonna go. She's going to long run. It's gonna skip that chest, which is fine. Really, you don't really need to be looting anymore if you're Cat. I mean, she has 49 chests open. She has plenty of power. You can just skip on opening chests now, honestly. And there's Shadow. That's what we're looking for. Shadow and Morph with decent stats.
Immediately taking Go-Go out and putting Shadow in. Nobody War is headed for Zozo for science checks there.
I'm not talking. There we go. Shadow is not a bad check there. Not a bad get because... Oh, still no Warp Stones. This stinks. This could be precarious because you could still die after getting the character here. Okay, she got out. But yeah, Shadow's great because he has a free check, which could get you immediately onto something else. Also has a quick check, decently check with the Cave of the Velt.
How worried are you that Chuck's Up's going to last location that Go-Go in Burning House?
Well, because he's so, like I said, he's got all these levels and everything, all the scaling and stuff. He's already done that. It's not a check you really want to do because you have to take extra fights that you don't want to do. It's not going to be a very fast thing for them.
Is it going to be more likely he'll try Kefka and Narsh?
I'd hate to say yes, but yes. In my line of thinking at this point, for somebody who even doesn't really go to Triangle Island either, yeah, it's probably going to be Kefka and Narsh before doing that. And I hate saying that, as nobody sees that item that everybody else saw.
Ceiling Cat has gone to Veld Cave, one of Shadow's checks.
Valiant Knife for Shadow. Interesting. So
and
now...
a chance to see what this is at Nobody War's side.
I would have put the hyper risk to bees, but
So
that's okay.
Illumina at Mount Zozo.
Was it Illumina? Oh no! Cat passed on that. Oh no!
She put the dragon fight and the Illumina.
Oh no! Hopefully it's not disaster for her. Oh no, because that's Edgar. That's everything you need for Edgar. And we also know there's a hero ring available. But I think Chalksup's the only one that has that. But still, I mean, oh man.
So we are going to see the Blue Dragon fight in Nobody Wars side.
Well, this is the Ice Shield that we saw before, so...
And so Chucks Up has found 4th Magicite, I believe. Yeah, that go-go check into Shadow is definitely giving Ceiling Cat the advantage right now. Oh, but Chucks Up does look like Chucks Up is doing Burning House, will find go-go at the end, so that is great. That is Locke here, I believe, at the Veld Cave, so that's character number 6, actually. Just has to get through this boss, which is an Ultros of some flavor. I think 3. So that should not be a terrible problem. Nobody War is doing Go's check, will eventually find Shadow, and will hopefully be following that to Veld Cave, because that's where character 6 is. Oh, Nobody War is doing the engulf with all party members. This could take a while. I believe it's a 2 and 3 chance to do the engulf, with the other third being a demi, and so that's why you usually want to go into that fight with just one person. But you missed the lock yet. That's about it.
Okay, lock get. So wow, another Lumina user.
Yep. So that was Veld Cave. Nobody War decided to go into the Go-Go's cavern with full party instead of just one.
So that means that Chalks Up does not need to do this Burning House after all, I guess, right? Yeah.
What do you mean?
We said Locke was where?
Locke was at Veld Cave.
Oh, Veld Cave. Oh, yeah, so never mind.
Shadows check.
Yeah. Oh, I thought we were in Thamasa. I thought it was the other one. Because both of you jump in Thamasa, so...
The only thing I think we don't know for certain is Kefka and Narsh. And if there's a character at Kefka and Narsh, that'd be the only other path.
Yeah, but we have Locke, so I think Cat's going to immediately go to Narsh here. Get that free check for Locke, which could be another good item. This could be the Illumina that she missed before. So definitely want to go here first. Also, can get a Paladin Shield. Maybe it's a low number Paladin Shield. Kind of late in the race, but if it's a low number, we can still pull it off with the ribbons that we have. Let's see if it's an Esper. Okay, it's an Esper. She's probably going to take the Esper instead. Thunder Shield. Yeah, I'd take the Esper on that. This is my home.
And what Esper was that again?
I think it was Tri-Touch.
Hey, so Nobody War is slowly progressing through the Go-Go Cave. Chucks Up making way through burning.
Yeah, that's not a shield that we're gonna unlock today. No, that's not happening. Okay, Cat's she's detouring around to get to the treasure room, which that is the experience egg for Cat. This would be the XP egg right there.
First. That's a Magicite stray at Gao's father.
Okay. That gets us to 6 characters, 6 Espers. Oh, she didn't do the free check for Shadow yet. Huh.
She has not.
Okay, so that'll put her at 6 and 6. Nobody War's at 5 and 5. So Cat still has the lead. It's unfortunate that she didn't have that Illumina. She didn't go through that free check there.
She does also have the other checks for Locke open now.
Yeah, so at this point I would go World of Bounds, do Shadows free check, then go to Locke's South Figaro Cave one. That's pretty much what she's probably gonna do
Is there
here.
any value, in your opinion, in doing floating continent at this point?
I don't like Continent because, I mean, you could do the first two parts, but you're still fighting 3 bosses for only 2 rewards. So it's not great. So this fight's even worse.
Did Nobody War get hit by the Search the Skies fight?
Don't no, that was no. He's doing Floating Continent.
So Nobody War is doing Floating Continent. Okay.
No, that would be my last thing I do, because you can get stuck up there. If your first check ends up being a character, then, well, for Nobody War it's fine because it'd be character number 6. For Cat it'd be worse because she already has 6. So
Cat
definitely do this one here next. You get the free heal. You get into the fight. So
Shutsup's already through that. We'll have Go-Go.
honestly, I want to see a character here. I want to see a Realm or a Terra or a Celeste. Celeste would be great.
On which fight?
This one for Cat right here.
And that's Cheddar Nook.
And here's Trox's finally getting the Go-Go here.
Not quite last location, but very close, unfortunately.
Yeah, so he's been behind because he did some early extra looting, so. But hopefully his power of having the experience staying longer than everybody else could help them, so we'll see. First fight for the continent is Haydn and the Haydenites. Yeah, there's the power of the Illumina that Cat does not have right there coming out of Edgar for, yeah, over 8,000 damage. That's how much damage that Cat's missing right now.
Chucks Up is going to go straight into Go-Go's checks, it looks like.
Okay. I mean, that's progression for him. I mean, he got Go-Go. He did pretty much all the other ones, so he's going to get the Shadow here.
And Cheddar Nook is down.
By the way, again, we have Tonic A later on. The Tonic A crew is already getting hyped before the race, which is about an hour from now. So
It's Gao.
Go! Natural jump, natural magic. High vigor. Yep, so because Cat does not have Illumina on Edgar, Edgar's been kind of a dead weight for her, unfortunately. Gao would jump. Hopefully he can equip that spear with a gauntlet. And he'll do a lot more damage than what Edgar was doing.
Okay, Nobody War is on the second boss fight, and it's Pear Cranes.
Yep. And also, saying like Cat's going to readjust the parties. She's going to do the Gao checks here. Gao's interesting because Gao does not have any boss fights for any of his checks, so it makes it kind of interesting. I think she still has 4 people in the party, so she can't do this right now. Hopefully she realizes this before she starts trying to do fights.
She's just going to go straight into Serpent Trench, possibly.
Well, yeah, probably straight. Well, and if with this many people in the party, I would hope he starts straight.
Chucks Up's reset out of the. I think Chucks Up may have gotten hit by the Crusher room.
Oh no! Yeah, you can. It's risky, but you can run to the second chest here. Whoa! No, he hit left. So you can hit to the second chest, use the chest to make sure you're aligned, wait for the drop, and then you can run all the way completely out of the room. Fenrir! That is huge Esper for Nobody War. Huge Esper.
And Cat is just fighting on the Veld right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, Gao don't like 4 characters. Too many people in party. So, Oh, shout out for Dr. DT with the Prime subscription for 22 months. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, I did this last week. I nerd raged because I got wiped and got reset back before my Velt check, and I was starting to do Velt checks, and I forgot I didn't have Gal in the party yet. So it can happen. It can happen to the best of us.
So Chuck's Up is starting to catch up now. Now is on 5 characters. Just needs to go find that lock at Veld Cave, and we'll be on 6.
Yep, there you go. Now you're pausing in between. There you go. Second half behemoth fight for Cat. Unfortunately, doing it for no reason here.
Is there any other reason to take these fights in the Veld?
Absolutely none. I mean, you're getting magic points, but you can do that anywhere. So, I mean...
And
she's searching for the Gout check, but she has too many characters in her party. That's the problem. She's doing the search.
Okay, Nobody War is at the second boss fight.
Yeah, see, this is the problem with doing Floating Continent. You can run into stuff like this. There's more options, chances to get into big bosses.
Chuck's Up is doing the
nobody got frozen, though. Nobody was attacking his Drago on purpose to lower its health.
Okay, so Chuck's Up did find that stray at the free check Gal's father.
Okay, Kat just realizing now that she needed 3 characters in her party. There she goes.
Duma, like it, it's a statue, but it's also the statue I'm probably least scared of. I don't know if that's how you feel about it.
I think Chicken's the easier one of the 3. Because you could just straight up stop him. Poison Ice him. Doom has a point where you can't cast spells on him at all, and melee techs have a harder time hitting, so sometimes Doom can be hard to finish off.
Gets that Gao check right away after changing the party up.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts. She gets an Esper for Odin, though. That's a good one. As the Doom goes down.
It's 2 Espers away from Kefka Unlock and 5 checks, I believe, away. Yes.
Okay, she didn't do Thief, so she doesn't know Thief is not an Esper. So she's going to check that now. But we know it's not an Esper.
Okay, Nobody War is through that boss fight as well. I need to go over...
Doesn't want to sell any money for it. She's not going to take that item either. I don't even know what it was. So in this situation for Cat, we got Sabin now in the party. So we're looking at Sabin checks here. Probably doing Waterfall. Probably going to do Train. Train is peekable. Falling House is another one. So she went to Tease and Thief to see if Tease and Thief was Esper. It's not. She already did Zozo, so now...
Chuck's Up has found Lock at Veld Cave, and we'll just have to get through this fight.
Okay.
And it's Ultros 3, I believe.
Okay, I'm going to check her Esper count, just double check it. 7-7, yep. So,
Yeah.
She's going to Jador. She does not have... Oh! She's going to try to auction house it. Interesting. Doesn't have the money for it, though. Oh, Marshall and Pluto armors. Huh. Kind of an easy fight in this stage of the game. Yeah, she's going to try to auction house the Espers.
Nobody War has one more boss fight, I believe.
But she's only going to get one Esper from it. I don't think there's 2 Espers in auction house anymore. I think it's only 1. Phoenix.
Yeah, so Nobody War just needs to grab that lock and one more Esper for go mode.
Yeah.
Checks up is already making good use of that lock. And going to go do that free check.
So nobody was looking to go Cave in the Veld is what he needs for lock, and then lock into weapon shop. That is his fastest way to get there. But instead, it looks like he's going to go up to Kefka and Narsh instead here. Fastest thing I would do would be obviously go to Cave of the Veld, but which is just happens to be the fastest path to get there. But we're going to go to Kefka and Narsh. We'll take a peek at Kefka and Narsh.
Also, due to it looks like there's a bit of delay, at least on my end, for Chuck's up stream.
Yeah, so Chuck's up is about 30 seconds behind on the run. Plus, they paused for a little bit. I don't know if he's going to check that in his run time, though. But
well, I'm just saying, as far as double checking Chuck's up's counts, I may be slightly off from what he should actually be on, but I'll do my best to try and keep up.
Yeah, he's at least at 13. Chalk's up also going to go try to gamble for Espers here with Cat. Again, there's more guaranteed ways to do it.
That's an experience egg if you want to spend the cash.
Okay, another experience. Well, yeah, we're kind of late in the run. I mean,
Nobody War's going back to fight that Dome of Defense after all.
Okay, well, Cat is going to get one of the 2 Espers she needs from this. Also, nobody wore offering fixed dice. In for it.
So we do know there is one there.
Yeah, she's going to save immediately here. She might... I don't think there's 2. I think there's only 1.
Chucks Up has also found it.
Okay.
He just needs to
has nothing. Has absolutely nothing on it. It's just progression. Okay, well, Cat, what are you going to do? I mean, I would do Peak Train or Waterfall, one or the other. Okay, she's going to do... Oh! Interesting. So, this gives her 3 checks. It's going to allow her to get to...
She'll be on 20 checks after this.
She'll be on 20. Which means she can go immediately to Opera House and get 21 for Skip. Interesting.
Yeah, Nobody War has about the same number of checks, but that's due mostly to Floating Continent. We'll finally find Locke here, and then just needs one more Esper.
Which obviously he'll go to Narsh for that, but because that is the fastest thing he can do with Locke. So he should be in unlock mode, and he'll be at 19 checks. Yeah, he's done 19. So he'll be going into Kefka's tower with a shortcut in about 4 to 5 minutes. About 5 minutes, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Cat's going to be in go mode.
Another experience egg.
So experience egg number 3 for Cat, I think, at this point.
Chuck's Up's doing the tunnel armor. Is going to find Gao at the end of it.
True Knight on Straga. That's hilarious.
Nobody War has seen the path forward.
Okay, so Cat has to hope this is an Esper at the bottom. We do not know what the reward for this is. But it will put her at, I believe,
Did Cat do did Cat skip the dragon?
She did skip the dragon on the way up. She did. So she might do it on the way back down.
Okay. And unfortunately, we know that this is just a gal for Chucks Up and not like one of the 2 Espers. But I forget what the Veld check was again.
Veld was an Esper.
Okay, so there's a path forward at least.
Yep. So he'll be 7-8 if he does the dried meat. We didn't do Serpent Trench though. Phoenix Cower. Well, if we know Phoenix Cower is not a character, we know that. We know it has to be at least an Esper or an item. So Cat's kind of gambling, hoping that it's an Esper. Wow. Air.
It's a really nasty place
Wow.
for Air Force.
The Air Force not messing around. She is going to break a Thunder Shield. This will definitely kill Air Force immediately, though. Yeah, there's a quad 9.
And as you predicted, nobody wore immediately going for that Narsh check. Completely free, definitely Esper. I'm pretty sure it's definitely Esper, right? Or is there a possibility for it to miss?
That's possible. No, it's. I mean,
we know, but.
And that is Kefka unlock for Nobody War. Here comes Kefka, shocked that Nobody War is going to get the unlock here. He's the first one across the line. Okay, so it can't be dead, according to Dr. TC. So yeah, it is an Esper. She's going to have to do the dragon here, though. She wants that shortcut. Nobody War actually going to go to... Oh, he's going to stay in Narsh World of Ruin. Going to do the dragon and Tri-Touch. Interesting. That's going to be the 221s. Don't think he has Warp Stones, though, so he's got to take the long walk back out, though. Unless he learned it.
I think Chuck's Up has decided to do Floating Continent.
Yep, so I think this is only 2 Espers, so this will get 9. So yeah, this will finish the run for Chalks too. But again, Floating Continent takes a while. Yeah, it's going to take a while. Plus there's Doom up here. He's going to have to face...
So it does feel like Nobody War's bit in the driver's seat at the moment, but is taking a slight detour, taking a scenic route.
Chadius, who, by the way, he's already run this race. He's part of the group. No, he's doing it for Skip. She's doing it for Skip. They both are. Levels don't hurt, though, but... Good rolls out of Go. Ooh, very good roll at Go-Go on that last one. There you go. To him with a follow. Thank you for that. She bangs with a 5-person raid. Thank you for that as well. We're up to 65 viewers here. Popular night here with all you 65 of you. Also, do not forget that we do have another run right after this. Ultros League Season 5 continues with Tonic A this week 8, which is the final week of the season. That race will come on at approximately 10 p.m. after this race is completed. Or, actually, when both races on this network and the Speed Gaming Network, there's a game going on over at Speed Gaming, when both of those end, that game will commence. Just make sure you refresh your browsers because we are switching restreamers. I'll be Swans will be jumping in for me, so be sure to refresh your browsers when we do get there.
Yeah, and so this dragon will, I believe, put him at 4 dragons, which is half of the total number of dragons, but also, more importantly, 21 checks, which is tower skip.
Yeah, that's the tower skip we are definitely looking for here. Dirty Dragon, that is not the dragon you want to see.
Cat is having a real rough time with that gold dragon, though.
Oh, boy. Oh, Bolt Edge on Gao. Please don't die, Gao. Gao, hang in there. He is the boy against the world.
This would be a huge time loss for Cat if this goes through.
No! Gao goes down!
Oh.
She's going to have to climb the tower again. She's going to have to go the whole tower again.
That dirt dragon is down on...
So that means Cat's back down to 17 checks now. So she loses 1 again.
Yeah, so she's been on 7, 8, 1, 17.
Yep, she's on 17 because she lost the check at the top, so now she has to do it again. Nobody War doesn't have the shortcut, though, so yeah.
And 4 dragons on your belt is definitely a lot of extra levels and experience for taking on that Kefka fight.
Oh, yeah. Stature entry for Nobody War coming a little bit from behind, actually, at 108.32 for the KT entry. Also having the perfect 6-character 9 Esper, even though we had all those dead checks, but...
So it just has to get through the Guardian spot, then each of the 3 statues, and then we'll be at the fight. Are you expecting any surprises here?
We don't know where Goddess is. We haven't seen Spicy Chicken. We haven't seen Magimaster. There's still a lot of bosses we have not seen that could be here. But then we also haven't seen many Ultrases. We haven't seen Leader. It could be good, it could be bad here.
It's the only Ultros we've encountered so far, so there could be 3 Ultroses up here.
Well, Tunnel Armor is actually a good one. That's actually a good one here.
That's not a threat.
No, and we have a VK Strago with 4,000 HP. That's a beefy Strago. Fortunately, at max health, he's not going to do a great amount of damage. Because again, the lower your health you is, the more damage you do with the VK.
This the Floating Continent, in addition to like being 2 Esper checks, will also put Chucks up, I believe, at 18 checks.
Yes, it will put him at 18, which means he'll be in line for a skip because I believe it's 2 Espers. But the problem is the second Esper is on the 3rd part of Floating Continent, not the 2nd, so he can't just bail early. So he's going to have to get all these checks here.
Okay, round 2 against the Air Force. But again, it was the Gold Dragon that was the party killer last time.
Yep.
Tunnel Armor was not a threat, so we're moving on to the center slot, which has to get through Guardian and Mid Tower.
Man, this hurts. Like, we're breaking a Thunder Shield that we actually need for the Gold Dragon fight. We're having to break it to get through this fight. Ooh,
this is a bit gross.
This is going to take a bit. This is the chunky boy. But we do have our 2... but nobody does have their 2 party on this one, so this should be too bad.
Yeah, and Edgar looks like he has a Thunder Shield equipped or something, because he just got healed from that Fumbaba attack.
That's good.
Yeah, just have Edgar swing and tank all that.
Does not look like Kat's gonna mess with the dragon this time around. She's just gonna skip it. She says, "I'll just get the dragon to Opera House," which unfortunately we know is dirt. Dirt's not much. Dirt's actually worse, in my opinion.
The main difference though is Kat will have more toys to play with to take on that dragon rather than just magic.
One thing we do want to mention about the Ultros League, these runners are actually competing with 6 other runners from their division. These runs are actually done async throughout the week. It's one run that you can do throughout the week at your time and leisure. When we're in the last week of the season, we like for the crew to get together and race them all at the same time. Kind of because this is when races might be decided and all.
So nobody worries through that Guardian spot. Thunder Shield does help a lot against Fumbaba.
Oh, but they skipped a meme chest. Boo. And there's the goddess I was just talking about. So that means Edgar is in a really bad situation now. Does have Bahamut. It's 1 cast, but the problem is Edgar might be in a bad situation now. With that Illumina.
Okay, I unfortunately missed that, but it was an Esper.
It was an Esper for Kat. Now she's
9 and 19.
Okay, it looks like she's not going for shortcut. She's just going for the whole tower?
Possibly. She only needs 2 checks though, so I mean you could just hit 2 of the dragons and then back out and skip, but I also think we're missing those warp stones that you've mentioned before.
Well, actually, it's faster if you need 2 more checks to go into Kefka's tower, stack in the middle lane, and take the Atma weapon fight, and the Toilet Atma, and the dragon with your full party. It's faster to actually do it that way. Back out, go back in on the shortcut. But she's not doing that, so she's just going to run the whole tower.
Yeah, you can, and if you do that, you can also have one of the other teams just wait by the hook, so you don't need a warp stone.
Was that an Illumina counter from Goddess? Oh boy! Okay, this has got juicy. This race just got a little more interesting. Yeah. So that is the French vanilla goddess there as one of the statue bosses. So this is going to be quite difficult.
Cat, sorry about that. Cat did just skip toilet at me though.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, she's going to because she broke the party up into 3 groups. So she's
All
just
right.
going to run the whole tower. It's going to take a little longer. I mean, you're saving about 2 minutes by doing the stack mid go. It saves about 2 minutes. So it's not horrible if you don't do it. So it's just one of those things, you know? But what it does do for her is that it'll give her... Well, it's because she has 7. She just have 1 extra character for that goddess fight, actually. So she will be a little bit better off than Nobody War is, as Nobody War had to... looks like he fought Inferno in the 3rd lane. So really all that stands between Nobody War and Kefka is the French vanilla goddess here.
Yeah, and it looks like Chucksup did get through that and did get the Espers. I'm just trying to get onto Chucksup's stream to verify some counts.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, he's using the old version of checks, so we don't know sure on that one.
I want to see if I can at least make sure, just verify some of the stuff though.
Okay, but he is 7-9. He has looks like 2 dragons. So 50-16 sees at least 17. No, sorry, 15. Yeah, it's still 15. I don't know. It depends on what other checks he did.
Like
It's hard. It's hard with the old version.
But the important thing is that he is in fact on 9 Espers, and that does mean he has Kefka unlocked and is also going down through the tower.
Ultros 2 there for the extra fight that Cat will have to do there at the Inferno check. That's very quick boss fight, so not really going to lose much time there. Oh, but doesn't have a relic. Doesn't have the Moogle Charm equipped though, unfortunately.
Sometimes it's the little things that get you.
Yeah. And the goddess goes down the second time around. All right.
It looks like he changed the equipment and actually gave fixed dice to Cyan, possibly.
Well, that's a good thing to Cyan could do. Excalibur, unfortunately, not going to do much except for maybe a stat sticker there at this point. So,
however, that does mean that Nobody War has cleared out all 3 paths and can now go to the final fight.
Yep. Did that in about 9 minutes, actually. Sub 90. By the way, now that we're all in the tower, we will reveal that Chadius ran a 1:38.55. That is the target time for these runners. We don't normally have that available because these guys run blind. But because they can't hear us, what we can tell you is the target time they're looking for is a 1:38.55.
Yeah, and Cat is currently swapping around the switches to get everyone to the statues.
So that switches for Nobody War just a shade over 9 minutes. So the time point, now we want your guys' bets. How long will it take to climb Kefka's tower? Place your bets in the chat area. The timer starts right when they click go out of the menu screen. How long will it take Nobody War to get to the top of Kefka? Without wiping.
Does feel like Nobody War does have like a fairly solid lead at this point, though. But Cat isn't terribly far behind, and if anything goes wrong in the actual Kefka fight, that could give Cat a chance to come back.
Yeah, Cat will have a chance to come back. Unfortunately, between backing out the possible Luma, the time on the Veld by having 4 characters there, and losing the dragon fight on top of that Lumina, there was just certain things that she just got hard reset that just set her backwards, and she was in the lead for the majority of this race too.
Yeah,
So
Nobody
it
War
just
is,
stinks.
I think, successfully got Doom cast on the long arm for tier 1, which long arm is vulnerable to instant death, so that's a very solid way to take care of it. And is now just blasting fire at the forehead, which is, its weakness.
Oh, I will point out, Cat did not go to Floating Continent, I believe, correct?
I think Chucksup was the only one who did Floating Continent.
Nobody War did too, because he did it first. But Cat, no, she did not go to Floating Continent. Yeah, he did. So Cat does not have Calmness Protection except if she has Life 3. Because Nobody War and Choxa both have Fenrir. So that's another element to keep in mind during this climb, because Choxa and Nobody War have the Calmness Protection, Ceiling Cat does not unless she does have Life 3.
And Cat did reset out of the fight. Chucksup is a Guardian.
Yeah, Pumbaba got a little bit better of her there. And unfortunately, because it was that fight, she didn't have the relic equipped again. Doom Dragon, I feel for her. It's like, what could go wrong is going wrong for her.
Nobody War is on tier 2. We'll want to get Mute out if possible on Magic, and then just Insta-Death on Tools, I believe, as an Ice on Tiger.
Yep, and also a couple extra little ones is that Bluey sitting on top of Tiger can also be stopped. So Stunner or the Stop spell does work on them as well to take them out of the fight just for a little bit. So honestly, this fight can be easy if you have all the tools. You have Mute, Stop, Insta-Kill Doom, and an Ice 3, the Tiger. Once you get Tiger out of the way, as Tools does go down there, it's a pretty easy fight, actually.
And Chucksup made short work of that Fumbaba. That had, looks like it was Thunder Shield equipped on Strago, actually, so was actually getting healed by those lightning attacks.
Yeah, so actually Choxup does pass now Ceiling Cat. As he reaches the goddess point of the fight. Strago 7,800 HP.
That early XP egg just did wonders for his health.
XP egg, Valiant Knife with the Bahamut Esper that had the 100% HP. That's what it will give you. So Strago with a huge pool of health. Again, he's at full health, so the VK is not going to do that much damage till his health gets lowered. But at 50% health, he's still going to be at about almost 4,000 HP. And also the cool thing about Offering, it bypasses the love token that's on him, so he's not going to attack himself 4 times.
Meanwhile, Gally is probably just going to take a nap for the rest of this fight while Strago just keeps getting those lightning heals.
Yeah, not helping his VK damage any, but is going to keep him living throughout this fight. As Goddess goes down on the first try for them. Dead have the Thunder Shield. With 7,000 HP Strago with VK, it's just a matter of time on that one.
And then we know there were other fights, I believe, were Tunnel Armor, and I forget the other one.
Sorry?
Well, what were the other 2 statue fights?
It
was
Tunnel Armor and Inferno, I believe.
Okay, yeah, that's right, Inferno.
Inferno's meh. It's not going to help anybody who's an offering user. So, but if you have direct
Tunnel
damage,
Armor, on the other hand, they'll just walk over.
Yep.
Just casually push the Tunnel Armor out of the way as they stride past. And there we see the Fenrir coming out.
A little early for my taste. Unless he has Golem as well, I just don't know it. Didn't see it. I mean, the only time you would use Fenrir now versus Golem is, Fenrir now is if you have Golem for tier 3. Because this will prevent the 10 hits on you a lot from the Fenrir. So maybe he has Golem too. So this is going to be very quick misses here with the Fenrir. Oh no, but Gogo goes down anyways.
Gogo got hit by a Dispel just before the 10 hits came out, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, we can... Oh, but Edgar's attack was queued up. Okay, we got Gogo back. Oof. As Cat gets through that fight. Welcoming save for Cat.
And we did see Red Cap at the meme chest.
So we do have we have about 13 minutes on the clock for Cat. But it also depends on how the other two runners in this group do.
That's some pretty sizable damage coming out of Shadow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Edgar just decides to take a nap.
Yeah, so that's that low HP total I was talking about that Struggle did not have.
That was a very fast kill on Goddess, though.
Yeah, and she was doing 4 times the damage that Choxup was doing. So.
And we have tier 3 for Nobody War now. Oh, and that was not Inferno. That was Discount Inferno.
Oh, it was Discount Inferno. All I saw was that figure. I was thinking it was Inferno. So, yeah. So Inferno Junior even. So this one's going to be... So this fight right here is a little tricky because we want to kill Girl first, but we have 2 people with Offering. So it's only a 50-50 chance if we're going to hit Girl or not. So, and the only damage I see that bypassed that was Flare. As I believe this is going to heal her. And it does. Yeah, so her health is back up to 9,999 again. And none of these hits are hitting Girl. So we're getting to that territory of like, please don't high roll. Please don't high roll Sleep. High roll Girl. And we high rolled Sleep. Oh my goodness. This is a really bad situation for Nobody War.
Yeah, this is kind of spooky.
Hit Girl. You gotta hit Girl. You gotta hit Girl. Okay, 3 hits on Girl. Girl's down. Girl's down. Okay. Counting on Sleep now. Sleep is low on health. I don't know who has Golem. Or if he has Golem or not. He does have life 3.
Is he just going to tank the calmness and like sacrifice the character?
He casted life 3 early though. He casted life 3 earlier in the fight, which Gogo does not have. So Gogo's not life 3'd.
I think Cat just got through tunnel armor.
But it's too late. I think Sleep's dead, or soon be. Yeah,
there's
Sleep's dead. There's calmness. There's 1 down. 1 down. Cyan. Okay. So, wow. that was ballsy.
Yeah. It's possible that Nobody War just feels that the rest of the team is strong enough to get through this.
Oh boy. You know what? I forgot that at the time that he actually started the climb. My bad. Sorry, guys. Oh man, Silly Cat, another boss just giving her fits.
Looks like Chucksup is already through and is just reorganizing the equipment on the party for the final fight.
Yeah. A lot of menuing, though, so this is taking some time getting Cat back into the fight here.
I mean, if the menuing gives Chucksup a smoother Kefka
nice. Locke coming in as the 5th character had natural steal or capture, able to take a Mega Elixir off of Kefka, so we can now use Locke again to Mega Elixir the entire party off the fallen one.
He strode right past the Mega Elixir. Actually,
Yeah, it was the open slot right there. Well, he has 2 of them, so wow. So he's more than fine.
Cat has reset again.
Oh my goodness gracious. She just does not have the luck tonight. As Gogo goes down, will not get the heal off this Mega Elixir. What? I don't know why he tried to control there. You can sketch Kefka. You can't control him though.
Okay, Chucks Up is starting his fight now at 129.34ish.
Goner coming down. Locke is going to die off this. Edgar and Striker were fine because we're dividing the damage by 3 characters.
Chucks Up's breaking the long arm.
Oh, Locke survived! Wow, he must have equipped Locke before the fight, because... Kind of shocked by that. That's kapow! Kapow!
GG.
130.04 for Nobody War.
Yeah, very nice recovery after that calmness loss. So, obviously that Locke was able to come in, give an extra Mega Elixir, and, help out a bit. But it does seem like, Strigo with that Valiant Knight was kind of key for a lot of this.
Yes, it was, definitely. And we do have a winner flag on them. They're the winner of the restream tonight, not the whole entire group, just tonight. Want to clarify that.
Chucks Up is through Tier 1 and is moving on to Tier 2.
We'll see if War wants to jump in and chat with us here in a minute.
Yeah, Gogo is down. Cyan is currently stopped on Cat's screen.
Are you serious? Yeah, this is insane bad luck for her. I can't imagine. We're going to focus on Chalks Up again here. He is on Tier 2, focusing the ice down on the Tiger's weakness here with the Ice 2 and Ice Beam. Ice Beam doing a lot more damage. And that's what happens when we don't kill tools. Maybe they don't have insta-kill for tools?
He used Break on Long Arm, so that's possible.
Okay, well, I mean, Odin was available, Doom was available, so...
We are, however, joined now by our winner from on the stream, Nobody War. GG, Nobody War.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, good time out of here, buddy. 130.04, just a shade over 90. But you pretty much cemented your way to get into to stay in the potion next year.
No doubt.
So
yeah, this wasn't bad. I think when you take a first check-in, it's a dead check-in, it's a Valiant Knife, and then you find a dice in the first few minutes, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, definitely. And
could have gone way faster,
egg,
planning, routing.
You found the experience egg too, though.
Shadow was good, though, knowing there's 2 required at the end of that. After doing Dream with 2 guaranteed, I mean. Wanted to get my arch nemesis Edgar's checks out of the way promptly, and that seemed to work. So
yeah, I wanted to ask about that. Like, why did you go Edgar before doing Dream?
Because I don't like Edgar's checks.
Okay. But would you benefit from getting the Esper Source before you would have gotten the dragon, though?
I was trying to get to the Esper down there, but the dragon yanked me.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we saw
The
that
mod
too.
win was garbage anyway. It didn't matter.
Yeah, Esper's not that great this time around, was there?
Except for those 2 HP 100 Espers.
How about your lock there coming at the end with the capture for the Mega Elixir? You already had one in your stack, though, but...
Yeah, that was clutch.
Also want to ask, you casted Fenrir on tier 2 instead of tier 3. Why?
I thought I had counted damage, and I thought like that Illumina swing with Edgar was gonna kill hit, and it was gonna go off before I killed Girl in the back. And dice weren't in my favor on that final fight for sure, as much as they like performed optimally throughout the rest of the seed.
Chalks is up now on tier 3 as Whirlwind opener. You don't want to see that as an opener. Oh, and look at Cyan.
You lost your Cyan to the columnist. What all did you have on him as far as abilities and like equipment?
Oh, he was just bumming with M-Tech still. He was basically utility most of the game.
So it wasn't really a big loss when
he had to do
was
DPS before Edgar got the Illumina, but after that, yeah, he just sat and did nothing basically.
And it seemed like your real powerhouses were going to be Edgar and Strago.
Yeah, for sure.
Just want to remind folks before you all run away again, we do have another race coming on right after this one. It's Ultros League Season 5 Tonic A for their Week 8. Again, that'll be approximately 10 Eastern right after this event goes down. As Ceiling Cat gets to Kano Kefka.
Yeah, and Chuck's Up just also took a columnist, losing Edgar.
Yeah, nobody doesn't like that the tier 2 slot there.
And was Fenrir the only columnist protection you found?
I believe I had Palador, if you want to call it that. But yeah.
Well, you had Life 3 as well. I mean.
Yeah. Every time I'm just thinking like Esper cast versus Life 3. I had Vanish.
Yeah, that would be okay too. It take a while though, but
I confused Break for Berserk early when I went into Fnatic's Tower. I'm assuming everybody got a good chuckle out of that.
Oh yeah, so we saw you go in that early Magi Tower. I thought you had Berserk too.
I clicked out of it. I saw a B and I was like, I'm gold. I just got to peek it. And then when I went back, I'm like, oh, it's just, I'm going to take the dragon and then we're good. Yeah, it wasn't. It was Break.
Yeah. But you still went back there later, though.
Yeah. So, we've had 2 months of Ultros League Season 5. After 2 months of it, how do you feel about it?
Oh, it's good. It's weekly races where I actually try a little bit. Like, I need something to distract myself normally. And I can't focus necessarily all the time. This being like a race situation makes it a little bit different, but yeah, running these week to week is tough sometimes versus having just fun and exciting practice attempts whenever you want to do it.
And how do you feel it compares to the previous seasons of Ultros League?
Oh, for me, it's pretty good. I don't take it too serious. This is actually the first season I completed every single race.
Hey.
So props to me for that.
Good. Congratulations on that.
Hey.
Sharks Up
GG.
finishes 137.38. He finished off stream there before the delay caught up. Does put them underneath Chadius. So that pushes Chadius to at least third, maybe fourth place here. So as long as Kat can finish this run, she should be able to stay in potion. This is gonna be very close.
So props to me for that.
Good. Congratulations on that.
Oop, I'm getting audio bleed over. Hang on. Sorry about that.
And
I turned off my
Chuck,
audio.
So, Chucks, I think for what we noticed for you is that you had quite uh, a lot of trouble finding that fourth character. Was there? Do you just not like Strago's checks, or was there some other reason why you were trying the other stuff first?
That's pretty much it. I was just avoiding doing the flaming house just because it just feels like a longer check than a lot of them, and I also had a couple like misplays there with going for Mount Zozo without having a warp stone, and then like ended up having the same situation when I found Gogo. So like not having a warp stone early there hurt pretty bad because there were a couple times where I had to double back.
Yeah, and I don't think we saw anyone find warp stones in this entire. Like, I don't know. Maybe I missed it.
I can't remember where they were exactly right now.
I think I found them at the very end.
They were in Colts. No, not I lie. Setzer's Town.
Oh yeah, I thought I found them maybe at the end in Jador when I did Auction House. But yeah, that was, and then I checked to see if I had warp on a character. I didn't, so it's just like waste of time there. There are a couple other things that I like looking back. I probably should have gone to Narsh sooner to get that EXP egg. That would have been nice to have for my grind fights in the beginning.
EXP egg.
Yeah, I think Chucks was the only one who found that, unless
I had two.
Cat did.
So Chuck's extra looted. He went back to Norsh to do some extra looting where you and Ceiling Cat kind of moved on to other things. And Cat, for the love of God, has no luck in this run since probably around the 50th minute. Has 2 characters down and Gao frozen. Only has Cyan up at this time. But yeah, he found the XP egg in Narsh, and it had the VK, had the offering on Strago, finished with a 7,800 HP Strago.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they were kept getting healed to full for various reasons.
Yeah, Thunder Shields, man.
Had a hard time figuring out how to keep him low. I mean, I guess I could have like unequipped Minerva and then like casted like break on him or something.
Well, Behemoth Suit actually gives you +5 strength, so which he can naturally wear. So that would have been probably a cool option to have on him.
Yeah. Yeah, I considered a couple times just killing him with an insta-death just to bring him back at low health.
Kill you would just make you stronger.
Usually
what doesn't kill you make you stronger, but in this case it's another way around.
Right, it does. Well, what if in this one too, like when I opened the my items and I looked to see you could use Valiant Knife and it was Strago, I'm just like, no. And then I get locked later and I'm like, it's not even worth switching it over to him because I already did the 100 HP Esper on Strago with so much health. So it was like, okay, Strago, I guess this is what you're doing.
By the way, Imped Cyan with a critical break on Tiger. That was kind of cool. Does she not have any more Phoenix Downs? Oh, no. Party wipe.
Oh.
Yeah, as Saberwolf mentioned, her luck has, for pretty much since like the switches on, or even actually statues on, has not been very great.
Well, even before that, she actually went to Mount Zozo, killed the dragon, saw it was an item, and then backed out and did not get the item, which also removed the dragon that she fought. And that item ended up being an Illumina, so she didn't even get the Illumina on Mount Zozo either.
I honestly thought about doing that, about resetting out when it wasn't when it was a dead check. But yeah, the Illumina, even though it didn't really help me much.
Oh, our stream winner Nobi Award gifting a sub to Rockadilio. But here's the thing. Kat, all she has to do is finish. That's all she has to do. It depends on what the other two runners do. We're going to just pop that standings just really quick for you all as she powers up for this fight. Once again, Chatty is 2 points behind Stealing Cat. So all Stealing Cat has to do is for Honey and Coughlin to both finish higher than Chadius, and that will enable her to stay in the potion and Chadius would fall. If Stealing Cat falls into last place, the 6th place, with only 1 point, and Chalks Up does better than Honey or Coughlin does, then I believe it's a tie. And a tiebreak actually, I believe, goes to Cat with a better finish earlier in the run with a 3rd place finish. So, all she has to really do is just finish. That's all she has to do.
So I guess for both of you, going into the final Kefka fight, was your strategy mostly just to depend on the Valiant Knife and Strago, or did you have other ideas that panned out, didn't pan out?
They're thinking hard about that one.
Yeah. I think for the most part, I kind of leaned into that more than anything this entire seed. The dice were playing well, so, and I knew Edgar could just smash anything. It was going to be interesting. I knew I didn't have mute, but other than that, I wasn't really worried.
So overall for this season, there was a couple of changes. What was the biggest impact changes from Season 4 to Season 5 now that you've completed this entire season?
We'll go to
I'd say no Super Balls.
Okay, new Super Balls? Nobody wore?
Yeah, Moogle defense. Narsh is OP.
You guys don't think it's the 21 check skip?
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Which you took advantage of, by the way, nobody wore?
Yeah, the 21 check skips I think was the biggest for this season.
I need a tracker that tells me how many checks I've done.
Well, you can check that out on the wiki on the quest to the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. Just look up the Cabasiago tracker, which is available online, and you can link that in with a couple of internal USB ports and like that. So it's pretty fun. And they actually have a skin, which, by the way, provided by Perlo Canaleres, to make it look exactly like the emo tracker now. So you can have Bust of both worlds.
Where it colors in the characters so that they're all grouped with their checks correctly.
Yep, that's correct. That's the emo tracker style.
Nice. Yeah, I use Emo Tracker, and I've really liked it, but yeah, it doesn't tell me. Well, there's two things with it now. It doesn't have Mog's second check, and it doesn't have the total checks that I've completed. So I guess I could just count them.
Well, as a changed man, I have converted. And I only did that because of the Paralook and Nalres reskin into the emo tracker. That's the only reason why I switched over. Because I wanted the color background because it makes it so much easier to see the characters and checks and everything. Go ahead and keep talking, guys. I'm going to take a peek at something else while you guys keep chatting.
Yeah, I think the other thing is, like, aren't rods more expensive now? Was that a change this season or in the previous season? I feel like rods just aren't as good as they used to be.
I think it was last season.
It was last season. Yeah, rods just it seemed like a lot more last season. You could or the season before maybe that you could get a seed going with just a couple rods, and now it's maybe because the price has gone up so much, you just never have enough to get the ones you need without having go. I really don't even rely on rods that much anymore for like early in the seed.
Yeah, I believe one of the other changes was the expensive Ultima rather than no Ultima, but that didn't come up at all during this particular seed, and it doesn't always seem to come up in a lot of seeds.
Yeah, I only really would want to use Ultima if I had a way to reduce the mana cost of it. I guess if it's like your only option, you don't have Economizer or Gold Hairpin, it still trucks. Especially with like Realm with earrings or something like that. But without, with either having to use a turn to restore mana when it costs 255 or whatever other way you're going to keep running it, it seems like a lot of times it's there's other like Magic 3 with X Magic, Fire 3 with X Magic or something like that. A lot of times it's just like better than having to sit there and cast Ultima. And it also takes a long time to train if you have, if you're training it from the shield or whatever. Unless you can hit a couple dragons, it takes a long time for you to get it going. Yeah, like Chadia said, it just takes so long to teach it.
By the way, I do have a scoring update for you all on the other stream from Speed Gaming 2, where Potion C was running. Overswarm did finish in first place there with a 120-21. They were already in first place in the group. So really it was between Obi and Jeremy Arroyo to see who was going to move on to the Elixir group. And looks like Obi finishing third in that run with a 121-18 over Jeremy Arroyo's 132-26. Obi is going to go into the Elixir next season.
Oh, that's awesome.
They were tied 30 apiece there going into this match tonight, and so Obi's better finish by, looks like 2 positions finish better. Looks like they're going to be able to go into Elixir next year.
We did have another reset for Kat.
Yeah, I saw that. That was rough.
It looks like she might be trying to back out to reorganize.
Yeah, she doesn't have warp, so did she go to an earlier save?
It definitely looks like this is the one that the statues are all down, so she is at switches, but it looks like she's walking back to... I'm not entirely certain what the plan is.
Oh, did I get that backwards? I'm sorry. Did McRock finish first? I thought it was the other way around.
Well, 120 is a great time.
I apologize if I got that backwards.
Hey, Schwantz.
Hey guys.
Yeah, Schwantz, can you clarify that for me?
Yeah, I'm gonna just jump in here because I was at least watching and helping track the other race. So Keith McRocks finished in first with a 119 and change. Then Overswarm with 121. Then Overswarm with 120. Obi with 121, and then Jeremy Arroyo was 130 and change. So I think there is one other runner, JS, that was 125. So if one of the other racers that have yet to done their race knock down Obi to 4th place, then I don't know who has the tiebreaker between him and Keith to move on to move up, because Keith essentially is going to get in first place unless somebody else gets in first place, right? So if Keith's first place finish holds and if Obi goes down to 4th place, then we have a tie. So stay tuned.
So confusing.
Stay tuned. It's like football jockeying for playoff position here.
Well, it's more like what was that movie? The Dodgeball or whatever it was. Was if it's like they had ESPN. It's like if this team does this and this does this and this team's going to be able to advance, but only if this team does.
Well, hopefully we'll be broadcasting the tiebreaker on ESPN, the Ocho then.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, well, that's a long ways from now. That's August. So.
Hey, they have marbles on there. Why not Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide?
So who was the 2 people running for the 2nd place? Keith and who?
Obi of Legend.
Keith and Obi. Okay, so Keith
Keith McRocks and Obi of Legends.
So Keith has a 1 point that they can drop.
Yeah, so Keith, let me bring up the standings here.
So fourth would give him 3, so they'll give him 2 points.
Yeah, so Keith has 24 points. His first place would be plus 9 points. So that means that he would be at 33 points.
Okay. And
Right.
who was the other one? Obi, right?
And then Obi, right. Oh, I forgot, but Keith has to lose one of his bottom two.
Yeah,
so
so
I
loses
actually,
minus 1. It's B minus. It's 1 point. 1 point is his lowest.
it's complicated, folks. So I think Obi might be moving on, but there sounds like there might be a condition where there is. I don't know.
Obi does have a 2 point finish from week 5, which that would change to possibly a 3 point finish. He would gain plus 1 point. Versus
All right, well, guys,
Keyboard's 8,
I'm
so,
out of here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for the restream and broadcast and everything. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
Good
GG's
job
to
on the
Nobody
race.
War. Yep. See you guys next season. That was a really fun one.
Catch you later, Chucks. So yeah, we are going to, I think, stick around for another minute or so as Ceiling Cat is finishing up her race. I am going to be getting the runners cropped and ready to go for our second race, and once I do, then maybe we'll cut over and we'll do
I'll
that.
be here anyway, so.
Sweet.
And she did also take on the Dirt Dragon, I think. Is going back to Mount Zozo, probably going to take on whatever dragon is up there. Looks like she's just trying to get levels to, get through those Kefka fights. I mean, but she doesn't know that that's an Illumina. Yeah, I suspect that a lot of this is probably just trying to find some experience to get something going. I mean, it looks like she's just doing a bunch of dragons because, I mean, there's a dragon here at Phoenix Cave too. So.
My mic's been muted the whole time. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I was trying to say when my mic was muted. There's two dragons in the tower that she could get would be a little bit quicker than going to Phoenix Caves, and I don't think she ever did the dragon for Zozo. Plus, there was an Illumina there at the end of it that we know she doesn't know because she backed out too early.
The dragon at Zozo.
Right? Did she save after? No, because she lost the dragon from the shield.
Yeah, that's the one she reset out of.
Yeah, so
The
she
Zozo
does have
one.
that dragon. She had that dragon available with the Illumina that she didn't pick up either. So, well,
It's possible
I mean,
that she thought she
it's
forgot
rough.
that she reset out of it, and that's why she backed out of Zozo's, because she may have thought she already did it.
Yeah, and again, she's in survival mode. I mean, all you're thinking about is I gotta finish. So, you kind of throw all that other logic kind of out the window. It's like I just gotta finish this race. That's all she wants to do.
Did she get rid of all her other moves, or are they just equipped on other party members?
I'm not
Because
sure.
she's passing the Moogle charm back and forth between the two teams, which
Oh, that tells me that the this person here was the one that was a dead body carry that did not have the Moogle charm on it. So, I guess the Moogle charm was on the other
she forgot to swap, so
other
she's
three
probably
people.
going to get attacked.
Not that she would mind, 'cause she wants the levels anyways.
Level 30 magic.
Again, we want to remind everybody that there is another race coming up right after this one is over. It is again tonic A that you see in the right hand side of the corner of the screen. So again, please stay tuned for that.
Okay, she is taking this fight because there is, experience to get from them. But yeah, I guess Saberwolf, if you were in Cat's shoes at this moment, you would do the tower dragons.
I would do Kefka's Tower Dragons. They're a lot faster to get to. You can stack your whole party there. You don't have to worry about moving around this Moogle Charm because you only need one party to do it. You don't need multiple parties to do that.
Yeah, you
Stack
could
them up
just
in the
leave-
middle. Just take that dragon there. Stack them up on the right. Take the dragon over there. Which would actually give her the skip, so she can immediately get back to the statues again, and go from there. And you would never have to leave the tower. You just keep going in the tower, in the tower, in the tower, to get to the dragons, get the shortcut, do the statues again, and you're golden. So we've seen almost every single dragon there was, so I'm guessing this is white dragon? Oh, well, actually, no. This could be white.
I don't think we've seen Ice Dragon, have we?
We've seen ice. So this could be either black, white, or...
I don't think we know what the... Did we see either of the tower dragons already?
I want to say we had storm. So I think this is either white or black. Not taking the dragon.
Is she trying to see if there's another character here or something?
Yeah. Okay, she's at 20 checks, though.
Or an Esper?
Well, I guess this would be her 21st check. Also, I will say that Cat being our expert tracker, she also likes to take all the roads not less taken, so she knows where all the stuff is. So she also does that sometimes too. Sometimes when we know what the seat's going to be, she'll run it before everybody does, learn where everything is, and when she's tracking, she already knows where everything is, and actually gives that information to the commentators ahead of time. So, which is also pretty cool. Okay.
Okay, it's not a character.
It's an Esper. So that is check number 21. So that does give her the shortcut. We're going to give her a little love. We'll give her a little love with the Kefka unlock for that. Okay, so back in the tower, she has the shortcut, so she can go to the statues now. Safety save, though. I mean, I was about to say, that would be her luck to get the Search the Skies check while she only had one person in the party before saving. I mean, that's been her luck tonight.
I mean, honestly, I think I'm would be with you, like doing the tower dragons and maybe Opera House Dragon, depending on how many levels I wanted, would seem like the path I personally would want to take.
Mm-hmm.
I might even do Toilet Atma for, just whatever that offers.
But she already beat all these statues, so she's just walking up to the switches just to get back in the Kefka now, so...
And hopefully whatever extra levels of power she got from those, the dragon fights and just doing those checks will help out.
And once again, once Cat gets to the finish line here, we will wrap things up and go over to our second match of the night that you see in the corner of the screen. Tonic A, week number 8, will be coming up here right at the end of this. Joker Mage will continue with Swans in the background, and Fly Eagles Fly will be jumping in the booth for me. Appreciate the solid commentary all around.
It's right now we're just trying to send out positive vibes to Kat to get through this.
Yep. Give her some cat love. And she actually did this on short notice, too. She wasn't planning on doing this tonight, so extra love for her for being a solid trooper, jumping in to do it, too. Last minute. Come on, Cat. Get the luck. There we go. First time try on the Doom. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Keep the vibes coming, everybody.
Long arm's gone, so we just need to burn down the forehead and then, smash that fist.
This is Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy X. Does everybody in the world send the vibes?
Yeah, and unfortunately, I wasn't really catching what it looked like it was something going on in the tier 2 fight was tripping her up those last few times. And it could just be that lack of mute was allowing the magic to do unspeakable horrors. In the meantime, we do still have fairly standard, burn down the forehead and then smack the fist.
While we're doing this climb, I also want to give a quick shout out to my charity sponsor, Extra Life. If you want to head over there, extralife.org. Search Saberwolf on there, and you can donate money to sick kids. 100% of your donations goes to that cause, and it goes to the Connecticut Children's Hospital.
Okay, Cat is through tier 1. Well, we'll see if we have the answers for tier 2.
Yeah, awesome job doing the charities. Huge place to use Saberwolf. It's nice to see you give them back. And I know that it's a cause near and dear to your little wolven heart as well.
Yes, it is a hospital I've had to use a couple of times. Twice for my daughter, once for a child that lived with me prior who was choking on an apple to have it kind of surgically removed, almost, you could say. So they are a great hospital. It's a great cause. So
can't spell tracheotomy without yick. Anyway.
Wow. Also, shout out to you.
I don't think that's true.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Joker Mage and the Swans pulling double duty tonight. Swans coming over from the speed gaming run from earlier tonight, kind of pulling double duty and restreams. And I thank you for that.
Yeah, that speed gaming race was really awesome. So I can't wait to watch that one back. And this one looks like it was pretty close, at least between two other runners as well. So it should be interesting. Coming up next, for those who do not know, everybody in the race room is actually basically ready to go. And we are going to be doing a Tonic A race. The Tonic A division has some pretty heavy hitters in it, and we've got basically a full house coming. We have our first, third, fourth, and fifth place finishers in the race that will be coming up just after this one. So that'll be really interesting to see.
And full disclosure, Tonic A was actually my group before I took a couple forfeits to the knee.
Ooh.
But I've self-relegated to be on comms instead of being in Tonic division, and it's worked out, I think.
Well, on that note, Schwans and I are going to be on the other side of the camera. We're both running on
That's
Wednesday.
Right. That should be a lot of fun. It is.
I'm
so
playing
right
spoiler
now,
though.
Well, listen, anybody can win any race at any time. So having everything from the Ultros League season riding on one race, I could tell you from experience. Last year, I was in Elixir, and I was in second place going into the last week, and I was on PB pace, and I ended up wiping at Kefka. And with the Elixir divisions, if you make one mistake, you go from first to like fourth or fifth.
And that happened to me last week too. That exact thing happened to me last week.
There is absolutely no recovery. So I ended up, I think, getting either fifth or fourth that race, and the person that was behind me ended up getting in either first or second, and that was someone that advanced to Mega Elixir this year. I've been in the Elixir division for 5 seasons. I would like to get out of it for once and into Mega Elixir just to get thrown back down to Elixir to show me where my true place actually is, so.
Well, this was my first venture in Elixir, and you're right. The difference between Potion and Elixir, Potion, you can make a couple of mistakes and still be able to survive and stay in it. But in Elixir, you make that one mistake, no matter how bad it is, and you're gone. You're out.
That's it. One wipe, one bad routing choice, one reset when you weren't ready. Those are the things that really kill you.
Yep.
But anyway, so we're watching Ceiling Cat finish up here. I think you said that Ceiling Cat, taking a look at the standings here. We are in Potion A? Yes.
Yep.
Potion A.
So basically, at this point, unfortunately, she's going to need a little help. She's going to need, I think, if I remember correctly, everybody's finished in this group except for,
She's through tier 2, I think, and managed to get that Phantom off to get Vanish before the 10 hits, which was very, very good. Keeps her team alive, all 4 of her team alive, going into tier 3.
She's going to need a little help from Coughlin. Coughlin is the...
Well, remember,
I believe the only one that hasn't run yet, so...
Yeah, so everybody drops their 2 worst scores, so I'd have to imagine that this is probably one of Ceiling Cat's worser
yeah,
runs.
she's going to get a 1 because the 7th runner is not running.
That's true, but if she finishes...
her score is not going to change.
Right, so if she finishes last this week, then she will stay with 15 points. So she just have to make sure that Chadius does not get any points, basically.
Well, Chadius finished with a 138, which puts him in 3rd place on stream, possibly 4th place, because the top of the heap, which is Honeydew, is already finished. So one can assume he probably did okay. I don't know what his time is. You'd have to look that up for me.
Yes, I will look that up right now.
Admin, can you look that up for me?
Potion A?
Potion,
so
Potion A, yep.
Yeah, Chadius is 138.55.
Yep.
Honeydew is 117.47.
Okay, so
he's
so
130.04, and Chuck's up 137.37.
Okay,
so right now
Chadius is at 3.
Is in 4th place, actually.
With 3
so 4th
points.
place will give you 3 points.
That
and 3 points is enough to put him ahead of Cat, because I think he's got 13 right now.
Well, he drops his 1, so he only gives him 2 points.
Okay.
So he ties
so that's a
Cat. Cat
tie.
has the tiebreaker with
Cat
having
has
better
the
with a better
tiebreaker.
finish race. So Cat needs help.
That is Meteo phase.
So-
Everyone but Strago goes down.
So basically, Cat, I think she actually just, she's just fine, actually. So she actually doesn't even need to finish in the long run, actually. Now that we know what the time is for...
This is going to be a struggle bus
That's
here.
down.
Oh,
We get the
no.
dodge. Oh,
She took
no.
she took 2 Mertens and then got a sleep into Meteo phase.
Ugh. That's a disaster. All right, so what I think we're going to do is if you would like to see Seal and Cat finish out the run, we'll send you on over her way.
Yep.
Let's see. And we are going to start our race because our other runners are ready to go. So whenever Saberwolf, you'd like to cut the feed, you let me know and I'll start my feed.
Alrighty, again, we're going to wrap that up here. Once again, we're just going to pop the standings we were just mentioning before.
Yep.
These are the standings as of the beginning of the week. And Chattis, we did find out that Chattis will be finishing with no better than 15 points. Silly Cat does have the tiebreaker, so Chattis will be moving down into the tonic group. And then with Tornado Keith, Honey, and F. Coughlin will be moving on to the Elixir next season as well. Once again, coming up next, we have as for the Schwans, Fly Eagles Fly, and Joker Mage are going to stay on. Ultros League Season 5, Tonic A, Week 8. This is going to be starting next. And for Joker Mage, I am Saberwolf. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you have a very, very good night.